of wear or tear or not, but that seems how it's set up. It is fairly silent. Look at that. So it is, being a memory keyboard, it's not going to be clicking that much. So it'll be good for people who have other people in the room or such and such. So continuing with performance, I tested my old keyboard using words per minute as a basis just for the amount of things I could do in a minute, and it came to about 65 to 70 words per minute. Using this keyboard, it increased to 85 to 90 words per minute. So there's a huge increase in that, and that is all down to the feel of the keys, the tackiness of the keys, and also individual keys have a certain amount of wiggle to them. They actually wiggle. This is not by design fault. This is how it's actually designed, and when you press the key, it feels solid. However, if you just put your finger on the key, it'll actually move a little bit. So when you're actually playing and you're doing other keys, your thumb will actually stay on the key, but will actually move a little bit. So your thumb won't slip off. And it's also, because it's a rubberized finish, it's unlikely to slip off. And although the rubberized is not essential, it definitely adds to that really nice tactile feedback of the keys themselves. So performance-wise, this is a really good keyboard. And playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, it's fantastic. You can really get your keys movement going. Playing on StarCraft 2 or anything like that, any of the RTSs that we play, Age of Empires 3, it's fantastic. Your fingers can easily move across because they're not hitting anything. All the keys are relatively in the same plane, so your hand can easily glide across the keyboard. One thing you have to do note, that is this palm rest. It doesn't actually work as a palm rest all that well. Now let me explain what I'm talking about. If we just take the key here, as you can see, I have a fairly large hand, so keep that in mind. My hands are fairly large. When I put my fingers on the WASD keys and then put my thumb on the keyboard and my pinky on the shift, you can see that the majority of my palm is actually resting on the table. It's not actually resting on the palm rest. And if it was to completely rest on the palm rest, I would really be scrunching my fingers up. I don't really like to, I know some people have the claw grip when they play the mouse. I'm not sure about the keyboard, but I like to have my fingers fairly laid flat. And that results in me not actually resting my palm on the palm rest. I am resting a small amount on the palm rest, but just not the major heel of the palm, you could say. However, when using the right hand to type or use the keys on this side or under general typing, your palm actually does rest on the palm rest, just not when you're using your left hand on the WASD keys. So that was a little disappointing, considering that they should have extend the palm rest on this side a little bit. However, that would have hindered its portability, and it is considered a LAN gaming keyboard which you can take to LAN because of this little indentation. It is very solidly built. It won't break in your backpack, and it's also very thin. Not thin, but as in the keys are thin, are pretty flush to the keyboard body itself. Now, obviously, this is some other little things, nifty little things which I weren't exactly happy about, was this little palm rest. As I said, it is a finger magnet. This glass finish looks sexy, however, it is a fingerprint magnet, and that can be a little bit, if you like to keep your keyboard clean, then yeah, it's annoying, but otherwise you're not going to be worrying about it too much. I'm going to be talking about the performance of this touch panel, which so many people have had gripes about. For me, I found this really, really nice and easy to use. I didn't have a single problem with this at all. You press the button and it's touch, so you can just leave your finger on that key, and you can just leave it. I'm not even pressing anyway. It'll automatically, this is the volume button by the way, it'll automatically increase the volume. You don't have to completely press, you'll just leave it there, and you don't have to really press anything, just touch, done, that's it. And I find that really nice. I'd rather have this, although they say the reliability of this is not as good as having a normal key, for example. However, I've had this for 3 months, and I've had not a single issue with this touch panel, not a single one. However, when you turn the light off, just note this, when you turn the light off, okay, everything's light. There's no sort of indication that where was that light key. You're kind of guessing where was that light key. However, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there is a small indentation here, which then turns the lights on. So I guess that was a little feature they added. So they did have a good Q&A session with this keyboard, or an R&D session I should say. Now, value for money, this is a $80 keyboard. In India, I bought it for 4,000 rupees. It is $80 on the Razer online website. Now, that is a lot of money, but just considering that the features it has and comparing with keyboards which have the same features, this is fantastic value for money. This has backlighting, it's gaming, it has all the gaming features, it has a USB port and the microphone jacks. It is compact, it does have a palm rest, and each key is individually lighting. And for $80, that is fantastic value for money for what you're getting. If you look at certain other like Saytech or those things, their equivalent keyboards are $100, $120, like that. And $80 is fantastic value for money for a keyboard loaded with all these features. So I would say value for money, it's really nice value for money. Now, my overall thoughts and final impressions on this keyboard were is that it's a great keyboard. I plugged it in, I haven't had a single problem except for that initial driver problem. After I had that driver problem, this keyboard worked perfectly. I didn't have a single problem, and none of the rubberized key finishes have had wearing off. This W key is making a little bit more noise than the other key, but I think that's because that's how the way it is designed, I'm not sure. And it is just a fantastic keyboard, and I really enjoy it, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone else. So features you can check on the Razer website. Performance, it's great. So let me just go through and give you my ratings. So the packaging was 10 out of 10. It's Razer, they do that perfectly. Now appearance, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. It looks sexy beast. There's a Razer logo here, however on the palm rest. That would be sick if this was backlit as well. So I'm taking that little half point off that. It's not, it's just it's kind of like clear. Portability wise, I'll give this a 9. It's very easy to take. The keys, they don't fall off or anything. I mean, they're solid. When I took it to the LAN, nothing happens. So you just wrap it around, take it, chuck it in your bag, it's good to go. Performance wise, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. I would prefer ghosting on every single key. However, having an anti-ghosting cluster is fantastic. Having ghosting on every key, it means you have to run 2 lines to every key, and it would jack up the price quite a bit. So performance, I give this 9 out of 10. Fantastic value for money, and value for money, I'd also give it a 9 out of 10. So overall, I give this keyboard a 9 out of 10. Just want to note, this keyboard really improved my gaming. In fact, it improved my typing. In fact, it improved my typing more than I can improve my gaming. My typing was a lot faster, just my actions per minute were a lot faster, and that really helped. And it's just a really nice keyboard to have in your room. So that was my review on the Razer Lycosa gaming keyboard. If you have any questions, please post them. Any question at all, I will get down and answer them, not a problem. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button, and that would do fantastic. So thanks guys for watching my Razer Lycosa keyboard review, and I hope I'll see you guys soon. Bye.